feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, no, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard, for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, no, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I put so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah. Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the first time AFC champion Houston Texans. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you. Charles, what a turnaround they've had down in Houston. 4-12 just 2 seasons ago, 11-5 with a wild card loss last year, and now here they are in Super Bowl 54.
We know the city of Houston pretty well, right? Because it's hosted Super Bowls. What have they hosted? 3 so far in their history? The Oilers prior to. Now, of course, the Texans. Neither one of them has ever played in the big game. So that city's got to be out of its mind. I mean, think about how excited they are to have the Texans representing in the Super Bowl. They've been good recently. Now they got over the top, have a chance to take home the Lombardi Trophy.
Meanwhile, for the Carolina Panthers, they make their 3rd visit to the Super Bowl in team history.
Let's go back to Super Bowl 38 in Houston, 2004. Hung tight with the Patriots. Lost by a field goal. Adam Vinatieri putting it through the pipes. They lose 32-29. Second visit wasn't quite as close. That was Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara. And the Broncos just ran over them on defense in that one. That was a tough loss for them, 24-10. But this team, they have a different look to them. This team looks like that they are focused, composed, and ready to win.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Come on, set. Three. Let's walk. Check nickel. Check. 3. Double. 49. Check 49.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist. Jim.
Here's Jackson to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll run on first down. Turner trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Let's go.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Jackson. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Jackson to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Turner, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Check 26, check 26.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Turner, and he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a 1st. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Check 4, check 4. Shit, shit, shit. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. Check, 53's mine. Check, 53's mine. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. They try right side here. Gurley. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
But your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And somebody's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now. And that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. To throw is Jackson. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check 52.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's got room. 20. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage. Anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just execute.
And now it's blocked. The Texans have got it. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, past the 20. 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check, 59.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Get that ball.
On 1st down, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Now, that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after him because otherwise you're still playing back up your heels, and that's not going to help your defense at all.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the run. They're running. Let's go. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 9. Check 9. Check. No take. Spell. Hot. Hot. Check 43.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal.
Shift. Whip. Watch the shift.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 39 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check flag 33. Check flag 33.
Watson now, throwing again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Switch it.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. They'll try the left side. Turner, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
53, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
As this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
3 bud. 53's the mark. 53, check 53.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 21 yards there on third down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Ready up. Let's go. Grab on. 53. Okay, check 24.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Texans 5.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now Watson, going to throw again. He's got it. The tight end Allen. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Watson, caught by Allen. And he's got this down to the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 7, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now it's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Jackson now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On second down, it's Turner. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Jackson. Able to find Turner. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On first down, Turner. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check. Lucky. Slam. Go. 3, check 3. Watch it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. Room here to run. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now it's Jackson, and this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And the Panthers in for the score. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw, Watson, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being
Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 54 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
49, check 49. Go. Fox twitch. Jam.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maben. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
They'll try the left side. It's Turner. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down. It's Turner, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Come on, set. Hey, Reed. This is Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Let it go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper.
So So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.